Yeah, my Krishna, it is going. It's showing you that YouTube streaming is going on, right? Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. Today we will be discussing Part B review, and so Prabhuji will be delayed. So what we'll do is we will get the Mangala Charan started. Hare Krishna, Mataji, Pushpadharani Mataji. Prabhuji will be delayed by 5 minutes or so. So by the time he asked us to do the Mangala Charan and then get the class started, so I just triggered the streaming.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Sankirtan Prabhu. So Prabhuji will be delayed. So I was able to do the live stream. So we will do the Mangala Charan, and after that, by the time Prabhuji will be joining. Okay. And we'll start then. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shriyatam Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalitam Shri Vishakanavitam Sam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Namostute Taptakanchana Gaurangim Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanasute Devi Pranamami Haripriyem Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. So Prabhuji asked us to brainstorm. Um, for example, the fifth chapter. Today we'll be discussing about 7 to 13, right? Somebody pinged something. Mute, okay. Thank you, Rasraj Prabhu. So 7 to 13. Okay. So it starts from activities of King Bharata and further talks between King Raghugana and Jada Bharata. So it ends over there. I looked at Prabhuji doesn't have the slides yet, actually. I know you all might be knowing this. Remember the 4 quadrant Prabhuji puts in here, right? One is the knowledge, right? What knowledge we gained, correct?
Yes, yes.
4 quadrant. And another one is skills, right?
Skills, values, attitude.
Thank you, Mataji. Skills. You're able to see my screen, right?
Yes, Prabhuji, we are able to see.
What is the last one? Attitude, right? Okay.
Attitude.
Yeah, thank you. So we will do this by the time Prabhuji comes, because I looked at the slides, somebody also can check. Ashtasaki Mataji, if you are, or Hari Sankirtan Prabhu, somebody can check. See, like this, Prabhuji will have 7 to 13 review. I glanced at it, I'm not able to find it. let me know. And he only took the classes for, if you look at it, he took the classes for um, 7 by Pushpadharani Mataji, 7 and 8, Harisangeetam Prabhuji 9, 10 Sugopi Mataji, 11, 12, 13 he took. He thought he uploaded, but I think he hasn't uploaded. That's fine. So I think he should be back in another few minutes. So we'll get this going. I'll put it as part B. Sorry. Okay, can somebody tell me? I'll put the text box, right? Sorry, I don't have the Prabhuji's format. I just created this 4 lines quickly when we were chanting. So if you can tell me what all the knowledge, can somebody tell me what is the knowledge we gained? Just to refresh, the chapter is between 7, the activities of King Bharata, and starts from there. And then description of character of Bharata Maharaja, and after that it goes by supreme character of Jada Bharata, how he is being the Jada Bharata, and then his interaction between Jada Bharata and Raghugana, and then Jada Bharata instructs Raghugana, and then the conversations between Maharaja Raghugana and Jada Bharata, and then further talks between King Raghugana and Jada Bharata. So we'll go one by one. Can somebody tell me what knowledge we gained? Font seems bigger. I'll adjust later.
I can tell you one.
Yeah, go
Uh,
ahead.
um, how we become envious when we have attachment to the material things, there is a chances that we can become envious.
Okay. Due
The
to
reason
desires, is it? And
because then I don't, yeah, I cannot get it. Somebody got it.
okay.
That so that then those kind of questions comes in your mind, and so that's the beginning of your how the envious how we become envious. Yeah.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. How we can relate this in these chapters, Prabhuji? Which example?
Oh, you're talking about this thing, this envious. That
Yeah.
is
Yes.
that definition is given in the Jada
No,
Bharat
no, no.
actually explained to the
Rahuguna.
Rahuguna. So
Oh,
it's
okay, okay, okay.
yeah, this is the whole and it's yeah, it's very striking to me. That's why I remember.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
I'll make a notes because Prabhuji will come and ask us the same question.
yeah. I'll explain. So not a problem.
Okay. No problem. Thank you, Prabhuji. So anybody else wants to give any other example for knowledge?
So this is only the Jada Bharat, correct? No.
So the interaction, the Bharata, right? He was attached to the deer, and then
So one knowledge that we gain from 8th chapter is that people try to create their own rules without following this proper Vedic injunctions.
Correct, correct. That's a good one. Yeah. Basically, spiritual, yeah, spiritual master, not following the spiritual master guidelines. Yeah.
Vedic reference, I'll put it. Is it okay?
Not necessarily Vedic reference, but basically like not having proper guidance and
Okay.
following a proper spiritual master, like what Prabhuji said, right? Like not following the proper Vedic injunction and spiritual master instructions. Just you randomly create your own rules and do something.
Okay. The other one from me is, I don't know whether it is knowledge or not. How how the devotee is getting protected, right? he was getting protected for not being killed or whatever. You can add that as a knowledge. I don't know.
Going skills, right?
Okay.
It's a skill probably. Or maybe values.
Okay. I'll put it in values.
What is the value of the devotee?
Mhm.
That's a good point.
Devotional service.
Devotional service. Well, that, yeah.
I'll name it as a devotional service. That is better. Thank you.
One contradiction that I see, or not contradiction, I will say, but one can say comparison or can say contradiction also is that in this example, in this story, we see that Jadabharat being a devotee, the demigod came out and protected him directly.
Right.
Whereas in various other incarnations, we see that the demigods give boons and Krishna has to come or Vishnu has to come in some incarnation and protect the devotees. Like this.
Yeah, things I have seen.
Yeah, that is good correlation, Prabhuji.
Maybe I can give you one attitude. You know how Bharat Maharaj has to take the birth again. So our attitude should be focused on the devotional service instead of getting attached to the side tracks.
Okay, he got attached to the deer. Is that what you're referring to?
Emotional, basically emotional, yeah.
Mhm.
Focus on devotional without distraction. Is it okay?
Then one more attitude can be the compassion of a devotee towards all living entities. Like he was not even ready to step on ants. He was trying to ensure
Right.
that
Right.
wherever he puts it,
You're able to see the screen, right? This
Yeah, yeah.
blocks me actually, the black one. Yeah. Okay.
then one skill we can add is that in spite of being very knowledgeable,
Yeah,
he
I was going for that.
acted in such a way that he's not disturbed by the or he's people material world doesn't disturb him.
Mm-hmm.
What is that, Prabhuji? Sorry.
So one of the skills he exhibited was that he basically acted in such a way that the people didn't bother him. I mean, with like if you're knowledgeable, people will come and trouble you, etc. Right? They basically ensured in such a way that people will just ignore him. You know? They basically used his intelligence to develop personality. They used his skills actually.
Yeah, I think one thing we can add the skill of seeing beyond the external appearance, right? I mean, though Raghugana was initially kind of misjudged by Jada Bharat because he is a silent, dull, and different kind of things, but yeah, it was misjudged, right? So a skill of seeing beyond the external appearance, something like that.
Yeah, that we can put in the attitude of Raghugana. What do you think?
Yeah, but I think is also a skill, right? You have to see beyond.
You have to develop that. You're right, Prabhu. Yeah, that's right, Prabhu. Because you have to develop. Otherwise, we can never understand. Like, okay, this person is actually realized, and this person is not. Because externally, you can't figure out.
Got it. Okay, that way. Raghugana's skill to understand Jadabharat's personality. Can I put it that way?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, beyond the external appearance.
Okay. Is it okay, Prabhuji?
And one attitude we can put is Raghugana's attitude is that as soon as he realized Jadabharat's what is a high level of skill, I mean, spiritual importance, he immediately became humble and like came down to the lower, like a student level actually. So like immediately changed his attitude, like from being an arrogant king to become a humble student. He basically changed his attitude as soon as he realized his mistake.
Okay. King became humble and listening, right?
Arrogant king to humble student, something like that.
And listening to, listening to Jadabharat, I'll put instructions.
And he became ready to listen to his instructions. Actually, he made his mood in such a way that he's ready to take
So
action.
that attitude actually. Okay, good one. So we need some in values. Prabhuji will come and ask us.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Good. At least you started something. That's nice.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, continue. Finish that.
I just created as a new slide over there, Prabhuji. It's mostly group discussions, right? So
Yeah. So that's good. So create the knowledge, skills, values, attitude. Yeah. At least 3 in each section. So finish, complete that one, then we'll review at the end.
okay. So we need some values actually. Devotion service, how Bharata got protected. 2 more values we have to bring in.
I mean, we can put this like I don't know if it's a value, but I don't know how to rate it. But when he became the deer and when he became Jada Bharat again, right? Bharat Maharaj understood the value of being in the association of devotees and not being entangled in this material world. So he figured out that importance of that whole thing actually.
So what I can write, Prabhuji? Valuing the relationship.
Valuing the importance of devotee association and detachment from the material world. So as a deer, he took association of devotees.
Right.
As a Jadabharat, he took detachment from the material world.
One thing I think we can add the attitude, right? Because after hearing from Jada Bharata wisdom, I think he said that I'm not the masters, I'm the student. And he wanted,
King, right? King's attitude.
yeah, king's attitude, yeah. And he was humble, respectful, right?
Yeah, we had that. Okay, I'll just put it as King's attitude to take on instructions I put in already. So similar to that, okay. Because he came down from the king's level, and then he started listening to Jadabharat's instructions. And in the knowledge, can we also say that Jadabharat's knowledge in terms of instructing, we can say that is a knowledge, right?
I think the knowledge would be Jada Bharat actually explained
Yeah.
this body is like, because when he was insulting him, then he said, you are insulting actually to this body, which
Right.
is made of the earth. And so
The explanation on the material existence, right?
yeah.
The spiritual
Principles.
Okay, Prince. Thank you, Mataji. I was searching for the word. Okay. What other skill we can say that Jadabhara's skill to instruct? No. Raghunath's skill to understand, we are saying. Similarly, we can also say that Jadabharat is also skilled to convince Raghugana, right? We can say that as a skill.
On the spiritual aspects, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, he was able to awaken his spiritual
Understanding.
he actually, by his preaching, he awakened the Raghugana to spiritual on spiritual aspects, basically.
And putting
He
like this,
elevated him.
He
He
elevated-
elevated Raghugana, right? Jadabharat elevated Raghuna's spiritual understanding.
okay. So Jadabharat's awakening skills to enlighten Raghugana, is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
On spirituality, right? Values is a tough one, actually. Adding the importance of association, devotion service, how Bharata got protected, and what other value we can think of. The chapter goes 7 to 13. Further talks, mostly instructions. Supreme character of Jada Bharata. Prabhuji, you can help us?
Let me say that he was hopping, even though he was carrying the palanquin, he was still protecting the.
But that's a compassion of the devotee.
But it's a
Actually, the Jada Bharat valued the all types of living
Living
beings.
beings.
Yeah.
You know how when he was carrying the palanquin, he was hopping
That we
over.
put, that we put it in
Hands.
attitude, actually. We put it
No,
in
actually,
attitude.
but then it's a value also, correct?
The
He
compassion is showing
valued,
compassion.
actually, he valued all the living beings equally.
Why Abhilamu?
I don't know, Prabhuji. What I can write, value the every living entity is being equal. We can say that way.
Yeah, that's what the Jada Bharat.
Portrayed.
About 5.26. What is the sloka?
To an extent, we did it, Prabhuji. You can review.
That's great. So knowledge and envious own rules without proper guidance. Jadavara's explanations on the material existence and spiritual principles. Skills acted as Jada without much interaction with anyone. That's good. Ravana's skills to understand Jadavara's personality is too abstract. Jadavara's awakening.
He dropped.
That's how
Yeah.
Bharata got protected. So what does it mean? Values is you are giving too abstract. You say you are a charitable man, then this specific is yes, Chandravardhan gave $20 to a beggar in Vrindavan. So that is a specific, right? So Chandravardhan is just very charitable man. But when you are not giving something, that means you are not glorifying him. So what is the value? What catches the point? Devotional service, how Bharat got protected means where?
By
From
the Kali Devi, yeah. When he was about to be killed or sacrificed.
Little bit
Mother
right
Kali.
there. The Mother Kali even did not listen to her disciples, comparing the values possessed by Jadabharat, something like that. So that it is more specific which value you are.
okay.
Devotional service, just like devotional service to reach Krishna, then understand that it's more generic statement, right? So you are looking into a specific example which is got your point. So devotion towards
Krishna, is it okay?
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Devotional service is fine. You don't need to mention also.
Okay.
That's devotional service is fine. How Bharat got protected Mother Kali. Mother Kali did not listen to her devotees, and because this is what is the catch point is because of her pure devotion. That's why. Yeah, I don't need to write too lengthy. That's already protected is there. So, and second one is what is the valuing the importance and association of the devotees and detachment mental. Again, it is basis. You need to give some example. Valuing the importance of association. Yeah, it is all around. You can find out. So, which point is what is exactly striking you? Valuing the importance and association of devotees and detachment from material world. So, you need to specify.
So Bharata stayed away from attaching to anybody, right? So
Yeah, but he did not even did association of devotees. He was detached, but he did associate with any devotee.
Constant repentance made him detached. Like that, it is given in the purport, Prabhuji.
I know, but I am talking about the statement you're writing. Association of devotees. Where is the association of devotees?
okay,
To prove a point.
It's firm detachment from the material world, right?
Yeah, no, detachment from the material world. That's nice. So that's the value. So King Bharat's detachment from material world.
As a deer,
Yeah.
he took association of devotees. He
Yeah,
lived near
that's
the sages, ensured that he never goes away from the And as a Jada
Yes.
Bharata, he became renowned from the devotee. That's why I put that comment actually.
Yeah, so you remove the king, then you write Jada Bharat. King is different Bharat, deer is a different Bharat, Jada Bharat, there are three Bharat.
When I made the comment, I made that like as a deer, he basically took association of devotees, and as Jada Bharat, he took this detachment from the material world. That was his.
Yeah, so it gives the what you are highlighting. That's good. Then every living entity being in equivalent terms of value. That's also a little bit just like when you say every living entity, you give an example of the Mrigari, right? Which is Narad Muni's, because he was very careful towards the ants. So you need to see about the ants here, that he was careful to the ants. That gives likely clarity that you are such detail, um, not stepping on ants. Yes, you understand, right? We are capturing a particular value which is highlighted. That's the one which is inside the chapters. That's good.
The palanquin I mentioned.
Yeah, I don't need to. Then then people understand it. That's okay. But as long as you're pointing out specific, that's what I wanted to make sure. They're not generic. We need to be specific on that item. Okay, now come to attitude. Focus on devotional without distraction. So whom we are talking about here? Focus on devotional without distraction means, is it for Jada Bharat or?
It's for Jada Bharat, yeah.
Yeah, then you write down Jada Bharat.
So he was not interacting with anybody and not getting distracted.
Yeah, just say Jada Bharat remain aloof.
Okay. And then the compassion of the devotee also we mentioned as attitude here.
No, write down Jada Bharat remain aloof so that we know how he focused. Focus means somebody dancing very rapidly, chanting. That's also Krishna consciousness. He's aloof. That's also Krishna consciousness for his.
So you want to write Jada Bharat being
being aloof to the world,
Yeah. For distraction.
Okay, so that's becoming more specific what you're talking. Then comparison of the devotees not sleeping on. And that's also, not bad attitude, but already it is a value captured it. So
yeah, the 3 and 4. Okay, so I'll put it as 3. The king Raghugana became humble and listening to Jada Bharat's instructions. So he's ready to listen even though he was a king.
Yeah. So that you need to write down by his humility and knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Especially knowledge, because a poor man, what is the value of his humility? Right?
Okay.
They are poor anyway, so they will be humble. A value of the humility is glorified to a king only.
Okay.
So, but it is his knowledge and his effulgence. Okay. Jada Bharat's explanation, the matter. Okay, that's fine. Very good. So keep it in the folder. All right.
Yes, it's in the folder only.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for exploring much more. It is much more. So you understand the point now that you are going to find out some abstract to make it more generic to specific, so that you capture a singular characteristics what you are looking for, either in knowledge or skills. So, because if you say, oh, he's a very good contractor, then if you highlight, no, he taught me how to test an electrical power outlet. That means you are being specific what skills you learned. Or he told me how to put advanced security in the Wi-Fi. That means you are saying he knows IT. Okay, but that is a broad, right? So he knows IT, we understand, but what skills you learn from him, then you give a specific skills, one skill, what you learned or what captured. That's the one we're talking about. Okay, so let's share my screen. Yeah, you can stop share.
You took the host, right? You claimed the host.
Are you broadcasting or no?
Yes.
Okay, you are broadcasting.
And making sure that it is going in Krishna's channel.
Okay, okay. Because we want to make sure that the recordings are there. All right. So let's then. Who else is not here today? Venugita is not there.
Everybody is there today except Venugita Mataji. Yeah.
Okay, Pushpa Rasraj Bro, you're back.
Yeah.
I
He
think you are.
was doing
Yeah,
Pushpadhan.
yeah. Okay, very good. So thank you. Let's go through this one, chapter 7. Can each of you read one paragraph, please?
Okay, verses 1 to 3. Being ordered by his father, Lord Rishabhadeva, Bharata Maharaja married Panchajani, the daughter of Vishwarupa. Bharata Maharaja begot 5 sons in the womb of Panchajani. After this, he ruled the whole world peacefully. Formerly, this planet was known as Ajanaba, and after the reign of Bharata Maharaja, it became known as Bharatavarsha.
Second one.
Yes, Prabhu, I'm reading. Verses 4 to 7. Bharat Maharaj was very rigid in executing religious principles and following in the footsteps of his father. He therefore ruled the citizens very successfully because he performed various yagnas to satisfy the Supreme Lord. He was personally very satisfied. Being of undisturbed mind, he increased his devotional activities unto Lord Vasudeva. Hare Krishna.
Verses 8 to 14. After finishing his kingly duties, he divided his kingdom among his 5 sons. He then left home and went to Pulakashrama on the bank of Kantaki river. There he ate forest vegetables and fruits and worshipped Lord Vasudeva with everything available. Thus he increased his devotion towards Vasudeva and he automatically began to realize further his transcendental blissful life. Due to his highly advanced spiritual position, there were sometimes visible in his body the Ashtasatvika transformations, such as ecstatic crying and bodily trembling, which are symptoms of love of Godhead. It is understood that Maharaja Bharata worshipped the Supreme Lord with the mantras mentioned in the Rig Veda, generally known as Gayatri Mantra, which aim at the Supreme Narayana situated within the sun. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So the analogies which is given here very nicely. Just as the false ego creates the subtle sense objects, Maharaj Bharat created 5 sons in the womb of Panchajani, his wife. The legal 5 sense subjects is saying. If we massage a person's legs, we do not really serve the legs, but the person who possesses the legs. All the demigods are different parts of the Lord, and we offer service to them. We actually serve the Lord himself. 12. Thus he constantly meditated on the radius lotus feet of the Lord. At the time, his heart, which was like a lake, was filled with the water of ecstatic love. When his mind was immersed in this lake, he even forgot the regulative service to the Lord. Very nice. So questions, I am skipping it right now. And then we'll go to the character of Maharaj Bharat, chapter 8. Okay, can each of you read one?
One day after Bharat Maharaj had taken his bath as usual in the river Gandaki and was chanting his mantra, he saw a pregnant deer come to the river to drink water. Suddenly there could be heard the thundering roar of a lion. The frightened deer immediately gave birth to its calf and died immediately thereafter. Maharaja Bharat took compassion upon the motherless calf, rescued it from the water, took it to his ashrama and cared for it affectionately.
Verses 8 to 14. He gradually became attached to this young deer and always thought of it affectionately. As it grew up, it became Maharaja Bharata's constant companion and he always took care of it. Gradually, he became so absorbed in thinking of this deer that his mind became agitated. As he became more attached to the deer, his devotional service slackened. Although he was able to give up his opulent kingdom, he became attached to the deer.
15 to 31. Once, when the deer was absent, Maharaj Bharat was so disturbed that he began to search for it. While searching and lamenting the deer's absence, Maharaj Bharat fell down and died. Because his mind was fully absorbed thinking of the deer, he naturally took his next birth from the womb of a deer. However, because he was considerably advanced spiritually, he did not forget his past activities. Even though he was in the body of a deer, he could understand how he had fallen down from his exalted position. And remembering this, he left his mother deer and again went to Pulaha Ashrama. He finally ended his fruitive activities in the form of a deer, and when he died, he was released from the deer's body. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. There is one analogy here. If Bharat Maharaj sometimes could not see the deer, his mind would be very agitated. He would become like a miser who, having obtained some riches, he lost them and had then become very unhappy. When the deer was gone, he would be filled with anxiety and lament due to separation. Thus, he would become illusion and speak as follows. There are some 13, 15 questions here. Let's go to chapter 9, Supreme Character of Jada Bharat. Please go ahead. Someone can read one. Who has not done? Like Rasraj and Pushpadharani, are you there? Okay, can somebody go then?
Okay, Pooja, I'll read. Verse 1 to 8. After having given up the body of a deer, Bharata Maharaja took birth in the womb of the youngest wife of a Brahmana. In this life, he could also remember the activities of his past life, and in order to avoid the influence of society, he remained like a deaf and dumb person. He was very careful not to fall down again. He did not mix with anyone who was not a devotee. One should strictly avoid the company of non devotees, even though they may be family members. When Bharata Maharaja was in the body of a Brahmana, the people in the neighborhood thought of him as a crazy, dull fellow, but within he was always chanting and remembering Vasudeva. Although his father wanted to give him an education and purify him as a Brahmana by offering him the sacred thread, he remained in such a way that his father and mother could understand that he was crazy and not interested in the reformatory method. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Next.
Verses 9 through 20. Due to his silence, some people who were no better than animals began to tease him in many ways, but he tolerated this. After the death of his father and mother, his stepmother and stepbrothers began to treat him very poorly. They would give him the most condemned food, but still he did not mind. He remained completely absorbed in Krishna consciousness. He was ordered by his stepbrothers and mother to guard a paddy field one night, and at that time the leader of a dacoit party took him away and tried to kill him by offering him as a sacrifice before Bhadrakali. When the dacoits brought Bharat Maharaj before the goddess Kali and raised a chopper to kill him, the goddess Kali became immediately alarmed due to the mistreatment of a devotee. She came out of the deity and, taking the chopper in her own hands, killed all the dacoits there. Thus, a pure devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead can remain silent despite the mistreatment of non devotees. Rugs and dacoits who misbehave toward a devotee are punished at last by the arrangement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Such a powerful, profound statement, right? There is no analogy in this chapter. Chapter 10, the discussion between Jada Bharat and Maharaj Rahugan. Okay. Go ahead.
Verses
Yeah.
1 to 8. Can I read?
Yes, Mataji, go ahead. No problem.
King Raghugana, ruler of the states known as Sindhu and the Savira, was going to Kapilashrama. A carrier of King Raghugana's palanquin was needed, and to fulfill this need, the chief carriers found Jadabharata as the most likely person to do the work. He was therefore forced to carry the palanquin. Jadabharata, however, did not protest this proud order, but humbly accepted the job and carried the palanquin. While carrying it, however, he was very careful to see that he did not step on an ant. And whenever he saw one, he would stop until the ant had passed. Because of this, he could not keep pace with the other carriers. The king with the palanquin became very disturbed and chastised Jadabharata with filthy language. But Jadabharata, being completely freed from the bodily conception, did not protest. He proceeded carrying the palanquin as before. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Verse 9 to 25. The king then threatened him with punishment. In being threatened by the king, Jada Bharat began to talk. He protested against the filthy language used by the king when the king chastised him. And the king, hearing the instructions of Jada Bharat, was awakened to his real knowledge. He descended from his palanquin and fell flat on the earth, on the ground, and his head at the lotus feet of Jada Bharat. At that time, he very humbly and respectfully prayed to Lord Jada Bharat. He now wanted to understand the deep meaning of the philosophical words used by Jada Bharat, and with great sincerity, he begged his pardon. He admitted that if one offends the lotus feet of pure devotee, he is certainly punished by the trident of Lord Shiva.
Yeah. So there are analogies. We are gathered together like straws floating in the waves of an ocean. Straws that are inevitably separated by the laws of the waves. In this material world, everyone is floating on the waves of the ocean of nations. 17. When a mad elephant enters a garden, it spoils all the fruits and flowers. Similarly, if one offends a Vaishnava, he spoils all his spiritual assets. 22. It can be said that a person sitting in his car is certainly different from his car. But if there is damage to the car, the owner of the car being overly attached to the car feels pain. Actually, the damage done to the car has nothing to do with the car's proprietor. But because the proprietor has identified himself with the interest of the car, he feels pleasure and pain connected with it. The conditional state can be avoided if attachment is withdrawn from the car. Then the proprietor would not feel pleasure or pain if the car is damaged or whatever. Similarly, the soul has nothing to do with the body and the senses, but due to ignorance, he identifies himself with the body, and he feels pleasure and pain due to bodily pleasure and pain. So, chapter 11, Jadabharat instructs King Rahugana. Go ahead.
Verses 1 to 11. Jadabharat instructs Maharaja Rahugana. You are not very experienced, yet you pose yourself as a learned person because you are very proud of your knowledge. Actually, a person who is on the transcendental platform does not care for social behavior that sacrifices spiritual advancement. Social behavior comes within the jurisdiction of karmakanda, material benefit. Material benefit. The conditioned soul is always overpowered by the modes of material nature, and consequently, he is simply concerned with the material benefits and auspicious and inauspicious material things. In other words, the mind, which is the leader of the senses, is absorbed in material activities life after life. Thus, he continuously gets different types of bodies and suffers a miserable material condition. If one's mind is absorbed in these activities, he certainly remains conditioned within the material world. According to different opinions, there are 11 or 12 mental activities which can be transformed into hundreds and thousands. A person who is not Krishna conscious is subjected to all these mental concussions and is thus governed by the material energy.
Verses 12 to 17. There are two types of living entities, Jivatma and Paramatma, the individual soul and the supreme soul. That supreme soul is in his ultimate realization is Lord Vasudeva Krishna. He enters into everyone's heart and controls the living entity in his different activities. He is therefore the supreme shelter of all living entities. One can understand the supreme soul and one's position in relationship with him when one is completely freed from the unwanted association of ordinary men. The cause of conditional life is attachment to the external energy. One has to conquer these mental concoctions. Unless one does so, he will never be freed from the material anxieties. Although mental concoctions have no value, their influence is still very formidable. If one neglects to control the mind, it becomes so powerful that one immediately forgets his real position, forgetting that he is an eternal servant of Krishna and that service to Krishna is his only business. One is doomed by material nature to serve the objects of the senses. One should kill mental concoctions by the sword of service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotee, Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Bija.
Thank you. Charitamrita 19.1.151. So 11.4 analogy says, as long as the mind of the living entity is contaminated by the three modes of material nature, goodness, patience, and ignorance, his mind is exactly like an independent, uncontrolled elephant. It simply expands his jurisdiction of pious and impious activities by using the senses. The result is that the living entity remains in the material world to enjoy and suffer pleasures and pains due to material activity. 18. When the flame in a lamp burns the wick improperly, the lamp is blackened. But when the lamp is filled with ghee and is burning properly, there is bright illumination. Similarly, when the mind is absorbed in material sense gratification, it causes suffering. And when detached from material sense gratification, it brings about the original brightness of Krishna consciousness. Nice. So we'll skip the questions. 12. Conversation between Maharaj Rahugan and Jadabharat. Go ahead.
Verses 1 to 4. Maharaja Rahugana offers his respectful obeisances to Jadabharat, who was concealing his real position. The king could understand by his speech how exalted he was. He very much regretted his offense against him. Later, because he was doubtful about the subject discussed, he made further inquiries, one question after another. First, he wanted to be released from the offense he had committed at the lotus feet of Jadabharat.
Verses 5 to 13. Maharaja Rahugana was somewhat unhappy at not being able to grasp Jadabharata's instructions. Therefore, Jadabharata repeated his instructions more clearly. He said that on the surface of the globe, all living entities, moving and unmoving, were but transformations of the earth in different ways. The king was very proud of his king's body, but that body was simply another transformation of the earth. Out of his false prestige, the king was misbehaving towards the palanquin carrier as a master towards a servant, and he was actually very unkind to other living entities. Consequently, King Rahugana was unfit to give protection to the citizens, and because he was ignorant, he was unfit to be counted among advanced philosophers. Nothing is permanent in this material world. Unless one is blessed with the dust from the feet of a pure devotee on his head, one cannot possibly become a devotee of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Jadabharat also told about his own previous birth and informed the king that by the grace of the Lord he still remembered all the incidents of his past life. Due to the activities of his past life, Jadabharat was being very cautious and was therefore assuming the characteristics of a deaf and dumb man to avoid mingling with the material world. Association with the material modes of nature is very powerful. The bad association of materialistic man can be avoided only in the association of devotee. In the association of devotee, one is given an opportunity to render devotional service in nine different ways. Sharanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pad Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedam. SP 7.5.23. In this way, one can pass over the ocean of nescience and return home back to Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So the analogy is, the instructions given to King Rahugana by Jadabharat are very valuable. They are like the medicine that can save one from a snake bite. The Vedic instructions are like nectar and cool water for one suffering from scorching heat. 6. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti gives an example of a child heavily decorated with ornaments. Although the child's body is very delicate, he does not feel fatigue, nor do the parents think that this ornament should be taken away. The living entity has nothing to do with the bodily pains and pleasures. 13. Further talks between King Rahugana and Jadabharat. Go ahead.
Verses 1 to 8. Jadabharata spoke figuratively of the forest of the material world. In this forest, there are plunderers, the six senses, as well as carnivorous animals like jackals, wolves, and lions, wife, children, and other relatives, who are always anxious to suck the blood from the head of the family. The forest plunderers and the carnivorous blood-sucking animals combine to exploit the energy of a man. In this forest, there is also a black hole covered by the grass into which one may fall. Coming into the forest and being captivated by so many material attractions, one identifies himself with this material world, society, friendship, love, and family. Having lost the path and knowing where to go, being harassed by animals and birds, one is also victimized by many desires. Thus, one works very hard within the forest and wanders here and there. He becomes captivated by temporary happiness and becomes aggrieved by so called distress.
Thank you.
Verses 9 through 26. Sometimes he is attacked by a snake, deep sleep, and due to the snake bite, he loses consciousness. Sometimes he's attracted by women other than his wife, and thus he thinks he enjoys extramarital love with another woman. He is attacked by various diseases, by lamentation, and by summer and winter. Expecting to become happy, the living entity changes his position from one place to another. But actually, a materialistic person within the material world is never happy. He forgets that one day he has to die, although he suffers severely. Being illusioned by the material energy, he still hankers after material happiness. In this way, he completely forgets his relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By hearing this from Jagabharat, Maharaj Rahuguna revived his Krishna consciousness. He begged pardon from Jagabharat for his misbehavior. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So the analogy goes like this. In the forest, there are many plunderers, dacoits, jackals, and tigers. The jackals are compared to one's wife and children. In the dead of night, jackals cry very loudly. And similarly, one's wife and children in this metal also cry like jackals. Are you happy, Stasaki, with this example or no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. God is compared to a quickly fleeting friend, which appears like a meteor in the sky. It displays itself for a moment and is then gone. 6. Thus, people are trying to become happy within the material world, but this is like trying to be happy in a forest fire. No one need go to forest to set it ablaze. Fire takes place automatically. Similarly, no one wants to be unhappy in family life or worldly life, but by the laws of nature, unhappiness and distress are forced upon everyone. And 8. One may want to become very great and powerful in society, but this is like attempting to climb a hill full of thorns. So, what is the value of being so great and powerful in society? Prabhupada says you try to become great in being a Krishna's devotee. Discussions topic. So, we discussed the knowledge, skills, values, and attitude. I made it for you guys, but unfortunately, we did it other way around. So, I stop sharing now. And any questions on chapter 7:13 before we ask for the D?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes,
We
Madhuri.
read like we should avoid association of non-devotees even if they are family members. So the close relatives and all, sometimes we meet for function, puja and all. That and all we cannot avoid, no Prabhuji.
Yeah, I think it really
Like
enlightens you.
husband,
How?
sister.
Yeah, but how do you know that who is a devotee or non-devotee? Tell me first. How do you differentiate? Just because he doesn't carry a bead bag, how do you know that? Can you justify that I'm going to an office, he's a Muslim guy. Okay, he's not a devotee. Or how do you know that? So that defines us that we need to remain in the practice of our Krishna consciousness. Let's say there is people who are practicing even Pushti Marg. Even there are people who are practicing Chinmayanand or some practices. So does it mean that they are devotees? No. It says in order to advance ourselves, you need to meet with the similar kind of people. So which is who are under Prabhupada. Those who are following ISKCON, the following Srila Prabhupada is the Acharya and the Guru. We are meeting here. Now the question is, how do you differentiate? Grossly differentiating and offending are two different things. Because if somebody is saying, okay, I'm doing XX puja, Satyanarayan puja, Srinarayan puja, or whatever they call. But yeah, we go and bow down and we chant Hare Krishna. If somebody is doing a Ganesh puja, we go and bow down, Panchakalpatar Kripa Sindhavya. Sometime in an atheistic principles, we have to go to work. We are meeting all the time, right? 8 hours. Is not all of them are devotees? Not necessarily.
Mhm.
So how does it matter? When Prabhupada came to America, at the time he demanded the devotees remain within Krishna Consciousness Society, in the center, close by, very committed, very dedicated. He cultivated everyone as a pure devotee. But as time passes, we are away from the center, we are away from the temple, and we have to associate with somebody, neighbors, friends, and all. That are lucky who are nearby to a center or a temple. So my point is, yes, as you mentioned, how do you deal with that situation? It's very hard questions, as everybody has a different setup of situations.
Okay.
We are going to meet, but the thing is that you manage it tactfully, so that
Okay. Okay.
you
Sure.
don't disturb them too much. At the
Mm-hmm.
same, you think they think that you are part of them, and you think that you are avoiding. Kind of,
Okay.
it's not a making duplicate, but I am not committing. When you go to party, do you drinks? No. When they eat meat, do we eat? No. But at the same time, we remain and a little bit we take some juice, an orange juice or apple juice or whatsoever, so that you're part of the game within the things. The more you become, you will not consider also one of them, because you are not a
Mm-hmm.
full-time devotee. You need to go and earn and sustain your families. So it is not about family members as a non-devotee. Every sphere of life, there are non-devotees all around. So thing is, we have to give books to people.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Any other questions? Comments? Reflection?
I just want to add one point to this one. Like sometimes we read this and we think we are like, are we doing something right or wrong, right? But I mean, we should take examples of our like when our our movement, how our senior devotees have respected their parents, even though they are not, especially those are like Maharajas who are coming from Christian background, right? They ensure that they respect their parents. They never try to force anything on them. And we have seen that again and again that when they are at the end of their life, they are more conducive towards Krishna consciousness, because that they feel that okay, I mean, because and it all depends upon how we as a devotee are practicing, right? If we are duplicit, like we don't practice sincerely, then our reflection will come on. They know that okay, they are not doing sincerely, so they will not respect us. But if we are sincere in our sadhana and practices, then that automatically devotees will get attracted. Not devotees. Automatically, people will get attracted, and they will also become a devotee. Actually, so I think it's all about we, as Prabhuji said, like we basically drawing a line and being strict in our practices, and then let Krishna take rest care of the rest. But we should not become like generally. When I first became it, like when I came to ISKCON first time, it was like, oh, I'm doing something great. That feeling should not be there. We should always be humble, and I think automatically everything is taken care of. Actually,
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Okay.
think
Thank you. Thank you.
it is very essential that we remain, and we need to know, because when Prabhupada was there, when he stayed in the first home, his food, his vegetables, and in the second compartment, in the first compartment is the beef. Did he shout at them, "Hey, you are having beef"? No. He knows Krishna has given him some arrangement and he is under their shelter. They are the guardian there. That doesn't mean that he is compromising his way, but they know also they are respecting. But he cannot over the night change a person. There are people who travel. Let's say Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj travels. I know in America when he come, one guy was traveling with him, he's sponsoring all his ticket from all cities in America. When I met Maharaj and I said, Maharaj, what is your the disciple or the devotee, aspiring devotee gone? No, he had gone to eat prawn. So, I mean, his Maharaj slapping him because he has not come to the senses. He has his desire yet. Jada had a desire to become a deer. So Krishna fulfilled his. So if he had desire to eat meat, no matter you are a sadhu or sannyasi, they won't listen and they will come and think that their time will come. My point of thing is, in all the situations, it's very hard to differentiate a non-devotee and all. It mentions that you try where you feel that your consciousness is getting impacted, you better quit. There are people who can preach in a disco theater. Prabhupada says, go and preach in disco theater. But if you go in disco theater, your consciousness get impacted, then don't go. You don't need to prove yourself. You go to next to a temple and preach Krishna consciousness, or to a mode of goodness places. There are people who can preach Krishna consciousness where there is a gambling going on. It depends on the capacity and the consciousness of that person. But in essence, it is you only who can examine. There are things we are not avoidance. We are not a quitter. We are winner. And as long as you have determinations that we are the winner and we are doing for Krishna only, he'll protect us. That's the thing. Okay, anything else? So Chandravadan Prabhu, no, Sajishta Prabhuji, can you bring our roster for C and D? Let's see. Do you have 5 minutes, everyone?
Yes, so we can go.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I changed it, right, Prabhuji?
Okay, so now we are December 4th, right?
Correct.
So we finished the review.
Hmm.
So December 11th is Sugopi Mataji, you are doing the chapter
Yes, Prabhuji.
14. Then Ashtasakhi you are doing on 18th, 15th?
This will change, no, Prabhuji, December 18th.
Huh?
Yeah, I changed it. You can see.
What is changed?
No, Sugopi Mataji, December 11th.
Yeah.
And
No,
then
Ashtasakhi did not say respond back. Is she
Okay.
she there?
What, Prabhu?
Are you not looking into this screen?
I am looking.
Yeah, and I'm asking 18th, are you okay? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah,
And I had already told Sachitara Prabhu last time.
yeah, we both are
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
Okay, so then we are going for Christmas on 25th. And next is when? January, is it 2 weeks vacation? 25th and 2nd or something, right? First.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, okay. So 2-week vacation, that's good. Then 8th is Chandravadan Prabhu, 16, 2 other, right? 16 and 17.
Where, Prabhuji?
Prabhuji, January 8th is 16th and 17th, Chandravadan Prabhu.
Right side you can 16.
Oh, yeah, okay. Chapter you are saying. Yeah. Okay.
And then Rasraj Prabhu is 15th, which
January
is
15th. Yeah,
18. January 15th is 18th chapter.
Correct.
Rasraj Prabhu, are you okay?
Prabhu, he is in meeting.
No,
Okay.
I'm okay, Prabhu. I'm okay. I just mute there.
Okay.
Okay, I'm okay.
Okay, and then Pushpadharini Mataji, you are on January 22nd for chapter 19.
Yes, Prabhu. I mean, this is okay.
Okay, and then we'll have the review, which is on 29th. I won't be there, but the review can happen. You put the team, you put all your name there. You can do yourself.
February 5th, not on 9th, 29th.
What is it? January 29th, it should be, right?
Prabhu, Yatra is in February, last 2 weeks.
No, let's finish this one. We'll come to Jatra first.
So
January 29th.
you're showing blank there actually.
Yeah, so January 29th will be the review. Yeah, that review will be on January 29th. Okay. That's good. Now, February, I'm out, the 5th to this one. So we will give a break for the month of February. Okay, so you can put March. That is.
So Babu, just move from my number, move it all to March in that case. Just copy paste and move it to March.
Yeah. Just a minute. I'm looking into February. I'll be back on 26th. So March 5th will be the first class we'll do. So instead of February 5th, you put March 5th.
No, February 12th instead of February 12th. February 5th, anyway, nothing is there. That your name.
No. We are moving all. All February will be out. It will be
No,
starting on March 5th.
February 5th currently it's blank. I mean, so your name is there, but we moved the review to January.
That's what I'm saying. Complete February will be gone.
Yeah. No, I understand. What I'm saying is, move the March 5th to February 12th. Remove the February 5th line, actually.
No. Just remove all the February. Just replace it in March. February will be.
No, Prabhu. February 5th is no class, right? But that line is blank. So what I'm saying is remove that. Yeah. So now that line is blank. First class is February 12th. So you have to start from there, March 5th.
So
yeah, that he can do it.
So this one, right, Hari Sanketan Prabhu?
Yeah,
February
this is March.
12th,
This is March
19th is gone. Okay.
No, I know. So let's put March 5th, 12th. Just start March 5th there. Put March
You
5th.
are checking the calendar. Okay.
Yeah,
March
5th, then 12th.
No. Remove the February 5th. Remove that.
Yeah,
Delete that February 5th project.
Okay.
Delete it. That's okay.
Then March 12th. Then your two will become, all the three will become March 12th.
Okay.
No, when is Gaur Purnima? Can you check?
If it's a Thursday or something. So it's, sorry, if it's a Friday, I think. I'll tell you Gaur Purnima.
We have in our calendar I produced right now. Yogpit calendar you can see also. Yeah, I should have just to finish this guy.
Sorry.
So
19th, right?
It's March 3rd.
Which is what day?
It's a Tuesday, I think.
No, that should be fine then.
Yeah. It's before that, yeah.
Yeah. So March 5th, March 12th, March
26th, and then April 2nd.
Okay. Chapter 22, 23 would be two other.
Okay.
21, 22, 23 together, right? Who is doing that? Sajisuddha. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so
good. That March 12th. Then March 19th is.
19th, she is doing Venikita Mataji 24 and 25.
Okay.
And Malimardan Prabhuji 26th.
That's the last chapter.
Last one, yeah.
Then review.
Yes.
Okay. Review is April 2nd.
Yes.
So Prabhuji's month of March, we will not be available. We're going to India.
Month of March. So you're not presenting in that month of March, right?
You're not presenting Mataji.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You can listen the recording.
So January 29th, Balimardan Prabhuji. That is why I kept that.
January 29th, you put everyone because I won't be there, but it's a review. I'll upload it. You guys come and then read all the chapters. See.
Okay.
No, don't put my name. So you say that team. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that it is clear. So that everybody comes and then you do the same, the quadrant, read all the chapter summary, then we'll good. So part C is done. So once you come in March, part D will be done. So April 1st week, we are finishing the Canto 5.
Okay.
Prabhuji, next week quiz is on December 18th only, no?
So
quiz is the last day of the 25th, December 18th.
After your class, Mataji.
Yeah, that will be quiz for A and B. Okay.
Yeah.
It will be on December 18th.
December 18 is the one that I'm giving, right, Prabhu?
Correct. At the end, the quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the quiz is on December 18.
Quiz is on December 18th. Only for chapters up to 13.
Yes. A and B.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah.
December 25th, right here. Okay, 25th and January 1st, no class.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know, 5th or 25th, whatever it is. Christmas and New Year, no class. That's good. And you can put a note also, February, no class.
Okay.
In after row 30, in row 30, you can put February, no class in red. Yeah, put it there, February, no class. Yeah, just highlight and put red so that you know. Okay, I think that's good then. Anything else? So we are good now. No changes. Please confirm with Venugita. That's the only thing. She can switch to me or with anybody else right now. With Satchishita Prabhu or Hari Sankirtan.
We should ignore that she'll present because I think we should just go with the assumption that she's not going to present.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. We'll give a try to her.
Okay.
Or you have to move that to session to Friday so that she can then be available.
I don't know. See, yeah, we can try it for her session if she
Only
wants
1
to do.
week, right? Only 1
Yeah,
week.
1 week you can do that. No problem.
March 20th, if we all can do.
Yeah, we can ask. Just check with her, Prabhu, Sajita Prabhu.
Okay.
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 Then you're good. All right. Excellent. So thank you very much. Let's meet next week again. Pancha kalpatarvyasya kripa sindhibhyacha patitanam bhavinebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. So Sajita Prabhu, you can end the session from your side.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
So I need to stop recording or?